Hey friends, I just had a parenting experience that I wanted to share because this is like the basis of what we should be practicing. This morning, Luca was super triggered because Leo had used the Oculus and he drained the battery. And Luca was so mad because he had plans to play with his friends. He had told Leo not to drain the battery, etc., etc. He had legitimate reasons to be angry, okay? The issue is that when we get angry, we're on autopilot, okay? The trigger is driving. Our wounded bits, right? Whatever it is that is offended, whatever it is that is hurt, whatever it is that is angry, that part of us, that part of our brain is like has taken the wheel, okay? So our number one priority when we feel these feelings is to self-regulate. We were not taught how to do this, okay? Most of us were not taught how to do this, okay? We didn't have caregivers, we didn't have adults that could regulate their own nervous system to teach us these skills, which is not their fault. They also were not taught. Now we have the information. Now we know better. So now that we know better, we have to do better and implement these practices. So my response to Luca was, your first priority right now needs to be to regulate your nervous system, because the solution cannot be found in the same energy, in the same vibration as the problem. Okay, so if you have a problem and you're seeking a solution, you cannot stay in the same energy as the problem. That energy will only increase the problem. Okay, so if he's triggered and he's acting from the trigger, do you think that things will get better or will get worse? Worse, right? So we have to actively change that frequency to a higher one where the solution will be found, okay? And that all comes from regulating our own nervous system. So the conversation that I had with Luca was, we must remember that our first priority is to feel good. If we are being hateful to someone else, do we feel good? If we are acting from our anger, do we feel good? If we are staying in our anxiety, do we feel good? No. If the answer is no, then we must actively seek to feel better. And that is up to us. That's our choice. We have to choose new things, new thoughts, new ways to get out of that old energy. Okay. So this conversation with my son was pretty straightforward. You're freaking out over the Oculus. We don't need to freak out over the Oculus. There's a solution. We will not find a solution in the same energy as the problem. Once you can elevate your energy, once you calm yourself down, then we can seek solutions. Okay. If not, it's just me. It's okay. No, let's do this. It's fine. Right? No, I'm not going to match that energy because that's up to me and that doesn't feel good. Okay. What does feel good to me is staying calm, staying in control of my own self, my own response, excuse me, and guiding him to his own regulation, co-regulating with him. Okay. So this is how we teach our kids to be healthy, to be stable, to be secure, to be safe in their own bodies and their own minds. Okay. It's also how we are being called to live our lives. Okay. If I'm not being driven by my triggers, then I can use all of my gifts. I can use my brain. I can use my intuition, my gut instinct. I can use the way that my body feels. I can use all of this information to make decisions that are right for me. Okay, but when we're being driven by these triggers, by these wounded bits, we are not able to make the best choices. We're not. We make choices out of fear. We make choices out of stress. Okay, that's not what it's about, and that's not what we have to do. So practicing regulating our nervous system will literally change everything for us. It will literally change everything for you. And there are so many ways to practice this. So many. Okay, so I hope that this helps somebody. I'm wishing you the best. Have a happy weekend.